What is up, guys? Welcome to another trade recap. This is going to be a trade recap for Friday the 27th. I know today's Saturday the 28th. I just had kind of a busy day yesterday, didn't get time to record this trade recap. So, doing it today. So let's get to it. Friday we had consumer sentiment. Of course, we were gonna wait for that to come out because again, there's typically some orange folders that cause havoc in the market. Consumer sentiment is one of those. So we waited for that to come out at 10 a.m. Of course. But confluences for the day of Friday. So coming into the market, there wasn't really a lot of confluences. Besides this low right here, a 4 hour low. Um, and I believe we were before market open. I believe we were already above these highs right here. So maybe these highs, but scale down to the 1 hour. mm, We had not much confluences, to be honest. Um, Besides these lows, 1 hour low, 1 hour low, and then for the highs, we just had these hourly highs up here along with 4 hour highs. So let's go down to the 15 minute. Um, and I kind of marked out this 15 minute high right here as a confluence. Because hourly, yeah, that was nothing pretty much. So market opened at 9:30. We waited for that 10 a.m. mark, right? Price came. It didn't hit any of my confluences for the sell side liquidity, right? So, um, but it did come and sweep out these 15 minute highs that it created pre market open. Once it did that, swept, uh, pushed down, waited for that retracement back up, right? And once it made that retracement, let's go down to the 1 minute because the retracement happened around 10:35, right? So let's go down to the 1 minute. 10:35 was around right here. Got the retracement. We were waiting. Excuse me. We were waiting to see if we had any of our confluences met, which we are looking for a fair value gap retracement, right? So in this instance, we didn't get that till later in the session, and we got to remember that there's also midday reversals. So look at this price action. It wasn't the best. Couldn't find any trade whatsoever around here, and honestly, like we didn't even get our liquidity sweep because for my trading plan, I wait for a liquidity sweep of either the sell side or the buy side, and we didn't even get that. So after the macro, so like 10:30. 10:35 we got that retracement. We didn't see anything whatsoever on here, right? Until maybe 11:30, which was I was okay kind of trading that just because, you know, midday reversal hit and we were seeing strong um sell side price action. We got this inverse fair value gap, right? Forming this fair value gap. Um and I waited for the break of structure, right? So retested. Stops entered right here, stops right above these highs. And I aimed for these sell side liquidity at our pre market, right? And it came and took these out pretty low pretty later in the day. So I was in this trade for quite some time, almost towards the end of the session. But it did finally come and take these out for a 3-to-1 risk to reward. Um But yeah, that was pretty much a trade recap. Price action hasn't been the best these past 2 weeks. Hopefully, for the upcoming week, we get some better price action. As you can see, like this is so choppy, like chop work, like chop work. If you caught a trade in here, like see, this was at 10 a.m. news. Um, it took out sell side and buy side liquidity. Like that's terrible price action in my opinion. And if yeah, like there was nothing you could possibly even take here. I mean, based on my strategy, because I always wait for a market liquidity of either the 4 hour and 1 hour, and then our 15 minute um liquidity, which in this case was this high right here, and then these lows right here. But in my opinion, that's the 15 minute is more for so the 4 hour and 1 hour in my strategy are like the targets for where price wants to go for the day, right? Essentially. And then the 15 minute liquidity is more of a that is what the target I mean that is what the price will use, what the market will use to push it to its final target, which is the higher time frame liquidity. But it could go either way. So we sweep high time frame liquidity first. We wait for that 5 minute retracement, sorry, and aim for our 15 minute liquidity. Or vice versa, if we get a 15 minute retracement, we're not waiting for a 5 minute. I mean, a 15 minute liquidity sweep. We're not waiting for a 5 minute retracement. We can scale down to the 1 minute and already take our trade right off the bat. But like 90% of the time, or even 10 out of 10, if we're taking high time frame liquidity, either 4 hour, 1 hour, we always get a 5 minute retracement after the sweep. So, like I said, we got the sweep, right? Got that big leg down, but also got that big retracement, which I was telling you about. So that's what we were waiting for. That's when we can scale into the 1 minute. But um, like I said, price action hasn't been the best these past 2 weeks. So hopefully this coming week is much better. Um, coming up, let's see, next week we have a pretty crazy week coming up just because it's the first of a new month. We got Federer Truman speaking around 1:55. I'll maybe trade just because it's later in the day. At 9:45 we got Chicago PMI. Um, Either way, that's when the macro hits. So I'll probably just that's when I usually start looking for trades, anyways. Um, Tuesday, most likely look for trades. I'll wait for these to come out. But it'll probably be slow price action because um, we have ADP non-farm employment change. I will not be trading Wednesday, and then we got meetings, OPEC and JMMC meetings, and then Thursday we have unemployment claims and ISM services, which I'll probably wait for that to come out and then start trading. But even then, price action might be a little choppy again, just because we have non-farm employment this Friday. Um, but I will probably not trade Wednesday at all, and I'll probably won't even look at the charts on Friday at all. Like I'm not looking at the charts these 2 days. Monday I'm open to catch a trade maybe if I see something. I'm not forcing any trade. I'm not really too stressed about it, but I'll pop on the charts, see what I can find. Um, and Tuesday we're gonna wait for this 10 a.m. news folders to drop, and for price to calm down a bit. And then Thursday we're just gonna wait for this 10 a.m. news again as well to drop, and then see if we can catch a trade. Um, the following week should be kind of good. No news Monday, no news Tuesday. Monday, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be super slow. We'll probably not find any type of trades this day, but Tuesday we might find something. Um, Wednesday, I'm not. Actually, maybe it's gonna be probably choppy price action because of FOMC meetings minutes. But Thursday definitely not trading. Friday definitely not trading. What else? Or actually, it's at 8:30. Yeah, no, I'm not trading. Um, Monday, October 14th, bank holiday, so not trading. And Tuesday, 8:30, definitely looking for a trade. Wednesday, no news, definitely looking for a trade. Unemployment claims, waiting for that to come out, but I'm definitely gonna be looking for a trade. Because all we have is crude oil inventory after market opens, and then Friday for sure gonna be trading. So next 2 weeks could probably only get about two solid good setups. I'm not complaining, as long as we make some money and but sticking our trade and not being super impatient because these next 2 weeks are gonna really taste your patience, especially when you go maybe 2 or 3 days without catching a trade. It's gonna drive you nuts. But Then a day, it's a long run game. So, um, dug these 2 weeks out coming up. Uh, and I'll promise you, like, it'll be much better. Because then after that, we just have probably have like, oh yeah, so what's the week after this? Definitely trading no news Monday. Definitely trading Tuesday. Definitely trading Wednesday. Definitely trading Thursday. And definitely, yeah. So last week of the month, I'm definitely trading. November, same thing. The first week of the month is always pretty hectic because we have a non-farm employment change that Friday, and then we got FOMCs and stuff like that. So, and then CPI, PPI, yeah. So hopefully we can get some good trades these coming weeks because it's been a pretty choppy price action weeks these past 2 weeks. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next trade recap next week.